What is up, guys? It's your boy Donz, and today we are back with another FIFA 19 video. Now today what I have got for you guys on popular request is basically a video explaining how you guys can maximize the potential chemistry of your squad regardless of what players you have. Now obviously you can't take 11 players from 11 different nations and 11 different leagues and expect to get 100 chemistry, but if you have a couple perfect links, couple strong links, and players in positions that you wouldn't usually have players in positions, you can get great chemistry. Now, one of the biggest examples I can think of is at the start of the year, and pretty much all throughout the year, actually, thinking about it, people were using Cristiano Ronaldo, at CDM or centre mid and linking him with João Cancelo and another Serie A centre back to get full chemistry. Now, what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys how you can use that in different leagues, different nations, and basically just maximizing as much as you can get. So I know a lot of you guys obviously aren't going to have all the players that I'm using in this, so it's not a squad builder per se, but I'm going to build a squad and show you guys what I would do with the players I have available. And this isn't my usual team, so it's going to obviously be different depending on what you have. So let's just say we go for a 4-3-3-4 formation. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have my best players in the squad. So right about now, the positions that I care about the most for me are going to be my midfield positions. So Zanetti and Fernandinho, probably the best midfielders I have, and they are in my starting 11 actually on all of my teams, all my rotation teams and everything. So I would definitely start them. So in terms of defense, let's have a quick look at some more defenders. I want to use a Premier League defender. Okay, so we'll use these two because obviously, you know, Liverpool, you can't go wrong. So they're going to get good chemistry because they both play for Liverpool. We're also going to use Alisson as well. So regardless of who we use in the other centre-back position, those two players that connect to him are going to already be on full chemistry. So that is step one. Make sure you solidify your defence. Now, the reason I focus more on defence is because it's harder to get chemistry on defence because they're the least position modifiable players on the field. Obviously, you can literally have a striker converted down to a CDM, CDM converted up to a striker, and everything in between. But centre-backs are centre-backs, and that is that. So what I would do, obviously, I don't have a centre-back who's going to link with Da Costa, who I want to use at the right-back position. Even though he is going to get full chemistry with Gnabry, I want a player that's going to get strong chemistry with Da Costa as well. So what I would do is I would use Hulstenberg, sorry. A player like Hulstenberg obviously isn't going to get full chemistry being a left back and only having one link. So what I would then do is I would possibly, obviously first of all you think of getting a manager. So it's looking like it's going to be predominantly a Premier League team. So I would look for a German goalkeeper, a German manager for starters, preferably one who's in the Premier League. So we have Jurgen Klopp, luckily enough. So Jurgen Klopp is already going to boost it up to 5. So that is the one step done. Again, obviously 5 chemistry isn't enough. You're obviously going to still see a very minuscule pluses on his card. So +1 isn't really what we want. We want at least +4, which is 7 chemistry. So what I would think of doing is then moving Zanetti and seeing if we can get another German Bundesliga player. So I'm not sure if I have anyone actually in the squad, but this is obviously something you guys can fiddle around with if you've got spare. Okay, we have Eggstein. We have Team of the Season Eggstein, who is definitely going to improve the chemistry, and that should have him on 7 chemistry. So again, even though he's not a centre-back, he is on full chemistry, and he can more than play centre-back. Nice pace, really good jumping, heading accuracy, really good defending and physical attributes. But as I said, this isn't a squad builder, so I'm not going to get into each individual player, but that is that. So straight away, obviously, do you know, I'm going to take out Zanetti because he is an icon and it just makes it a lot easier to get chemistry with icons. So with that being said, what I'm going to do now is I want Van Persie in the squad. Van Persie, he's Dutch, he plays in the Dutch league, so I'm not sure, I don't think I've got any good Dutch cams in Eredivisie, but I might search concepts if I don't. Oh, I did Van den Beek. Okay, I didn't even remember doing Van den Beek. Have I even used him? I haven't even used him. So yeah, completely forgot I had him. But Van den Beek, perfect example. Even though he's on only on 7 chemistry, that is still enough to get +3, maybe even +4 if we used a different manager. So right about now, it doesn't look like we're needing a Premier League manager so far. So we might be able to even change him out, or maybe keep the German nation manager and then put a Eredivisie league on him, and that will be more than enough to get the chemistry. So obviously, right there, we would have full chemistry on. Yeah, we would have full chemistry on the squad if everyone was in their right position. So left forward to left wing, if I obviously put that on, that would boost it by 1. He would get boosted by 1, which would make it 96 chemistry, and they would also get put up by 1, which would make it 98 chemistry. Would it be 1 or would it be? I think it would be 1. I'm just gonna do it because I'm sure I've got loads and loads of these. So Eredivisie, where are we going? Wow, this is stress. Do you know what? To make my life a little bit easier, what we'll do is we're going to assume everyone has an icon, because we've had plenty of opportunity to have icons now, let's be honest. And I'm going to use Seedorf at Cam rather than Van der Beek. Obviously with Van der Beek, he would have got good chemistry with Van Persie, which is the first example done. So obviously there's only one player out of position here, and that's Horstenberg, but that is showing you how you can get your defense bolstered. Now if I was to make another squad, which we're going to go ahead and do, I will show you guys one way that you can get more chemistry without using icons in different formations. Now one of the biggest formations I see people do this in is 4-2-2, because you can literally, as I said, it's the easiest to maximize your position modification. So you have strikers, cams, CDMs, all which can interchange in positions. So if let's have a look at some of our special midfielders. So Fernandinho, Mkhitaryan, Gnabry is not going to work, Van der Beek, Declan Rice, Eggestein, and Villa. And then let's have a look at some of our forwards. So we've got Huntelaar, Aubameyang, Van Persie. So we'll stay there, and we'll stick with what we've got here, and we'll have a look at what we can obviously put together. So straight away, I'm going to stick Fernandinho into the CDM, get as many players in the positions that they can be used in as well. Already I can see what I'm going to do here. So Van der Beek is a centre attacking midfielder. We're going to use Huntelaar over Van Persie in this example. So Huntelaar and Van der Beek are going to get full chemistry, so we don't have to worry about their positioning. Say for instance we want to also use Eggestein. So what I'm going to do is I would then convert him down to a CDM. I'll have Eggestein playing at the centre attacking midfield position, and then we could use Da Costa here, and that is both players on strong chemistry. So obviously he would go up to 7, so would he go up to 7 if they were in the right positions. So that is already 2 players out of position. Obviously they're still in midfield roles, but they're out of position to maximize their potential chemistry. Now one that is again very, very helpful, which is why I have my Hazard in left forward, is you can use wingers in the striker position if you use them as left forward and get a perfect link. So I don't believe I have any Belgian players in my club, so what we'll do is we'll say we get Kevin De Bruyne. So just search Belgium concept players, continue to search for concept, and we have De Bruyne here. So that is Hazard on 6 chemistry with a manager that's 7 chemistry. So again, he would then be on max chemistry, and that is another player out of position. Very, very simple to do. It's not rocket science. It's not trying to get a centre back to play up front. It's not trying to get anything like that. However, one really quick example which I will show you guys, which is what I did at one stage on my Xbox account, was I used these 2 players in order to get really, really, really good chemistry. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for Van Dijk. So Van Dijk is one player who we used. Where is he? 85. Virgil van Dijk. Concept players. So we got his striker card, and we played the striker card, we'll just chuck him in there. I mean, he sits perfectly. Matter of fact, he even gets chemistry with Huntelaar. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of Eggstein and we'll use Alex Witsel. Actually, I think Alex Witsel's card is a centre back, the one that I used rather than the CDM, which is why it is perfect. So again, yeah, so this is the Alex Witsel card that we use. So say for instance we use him there, get a Spurs centre back. So that is the chemistry there. So obviously we don't want who's from Belgium in the Prem. There's no one anymore. It used to be Courtois. There's no one. We'll just get Mignolet. So say for instance that is our team there to get chemistry that we need so far. So obviously we then would have I'm just gonna fill out the squad so it's obviously easier to look at, because right now obviously seeing it with 2 players missing and the chemistry is not there, it doesn't make sense, which is completely understandable. So we'll quickly put in 2 of our icons here, and then left back we'll just get Robertson. Where's Robertson? Where's my Robertson? There he is. Alright, so that is basically full chemistry. Obviously if Van der Beek was in the right position he would have full chemistry, but we'll just move Zanetti there for the time being. So obviously that is that. So what I would do in game is I would have so say for instance we'll get rid of De Bruyne now. So we've got Aubameyang there for the chemistry, Van Dijk there for the chemistry, Witsel there for the chemistry, and then everyone else in their respectable positions. Obviously we don't want to play Van Dijk up front, even though his card is modified to be able to play up front. What we would then do is we would have either one of these guys play at the centre attacking midfield role in game obviously. So in game you'd either change your custom tactics, or in the first minute you pause and you would switch the team up. So now you've got Van Dijk playing at CDM at centre back with 88 defence, 93 physical, 85 pace. Great card, absolutely amazing card, 99 strength, 89 aggression. And then you would have Alex Witsel, again, great CDM card, really nice pace, good passing, good dribbling, and then perfect for a CDM role, defense and physical. If you didn't want to play him there, again, you could play him at cam. Decent cam player, he's 81 dribbling, 80 passing, nice pace, decent shot, but it's a player that can easily play in that position and play in that position very well. And then you've also got Aubameyang playing up front, which is where you want Aubameyang to play. So that is how I would then use the squad in game. And obviously if you packed, say for instance you pack the striker Van Dijk untradeable and you're like, oh, this card is now officially useless for me because I don't like the way he plays up front, I want to be able to use him as centre back. Alright, apologies for that. MotoGP literally just went past my house apparently. So yeah, as I was saying, so now you've obviously got players playing in their best position, playing in positions they can perform better for you, and if you have them untradeable, you don't want to just leave them on the bench, and that is one way that you can get that sorted. So hopefully that wasn't as confusing as I made it out to be. Hopefully you guys do understand that, and hopefully you guys are able to now go out and build the best possible team from the players that you have in your club, especially on tradables. Now I'm going to show you why it's so effective for me. If I go to my main squad and show you guys how many untradeable players I have in my squad, it's unreal. Luckily I just happen to have full chemistry with everyone in the positions that I want them to play in, but it hasn't been like that the whole year, I promise you guys. Literally only happened since I packed Gnabry and Da Costa when the Bundesliga ones came out, and I bought Ronaldo. I wasn't using Ronaldo there before, I was using Van Persie, which is why a lot of the team has changed. So obviously if we go from back to front, so him and Ronaldo are my only tradable cards. I'm just going to quickly flick through so you guys can see. Everyone here is untradeable, 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 tradable Ronaldo, and then untradeable Hazard. So a lot of you guys at this stage are going to have untradeable cards just like me. So you guys are not going to want to be leaving those players on the bench. You're going to want to be using them, and you're going to be using your best squad. So hopefully that has helped you do that. Well, if that has helped, make sure to drop a like down below, and if you think any of your friends, anyone that you know can benefit from this as well, make sure to share them the video, because it's late FIFA, we want everyone to be winning, we want everyone to be finishing up their ultimate teams, trying to build the best team that they can. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to smash the like button down below. Drop a comment as well to say exactly what you did. Even add me on Instagram and Snapchat, which will be in the description, and show me your finished teams after you guys have used my little tips. So hopefully you guys have done this, and hopefully it has worked. Hopefully you can get better wins, better squads, better everything from this now, because team of the season is coming to a close. Everyone's going to be using similar teams now because of literally all the players available, and people are going to be finding the best players now that League One has finally come out. So thank you guys for watching. It's been Donz, and goodbye.